should have made a Christmas intro. Hi everyone, welcome to Casual Watch Talk Live.
Hi,
we are
everyone.
doing a hi everyone. We are doing a pre-Christmas show, so this should be a little bit of fun. But yeah, got a full panel tonight. Let's kick it off with a wristwatch check. John, you're in the magic square there. What are you wearing?
I am wearing my Hamilton khaki field mechanical. Great watch. Superb watch.
Nice.
Yeah, really good. No nonsense.
Cool. Seiko Todd, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing kind of a Seiko.
Okay.
One of my selection here is the Orient Komatsu.
Oh, yeah, nice.
There we go. If I can get it. These are just fantastic watches. And this is the red dial. I've actually got this in a trade. I'm trading it back to the guy who traded it to me for some.
Okay.
Connection problems, I think.
There's only a few little connection issues there. Mark, should we go to you next?
Go ahead.
Sorry,
So
Tom, connection.
I am wearing the Omega Seamaster 100 Days to Tokyo.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Thomas, you're up next. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a Radia. This is a micro brand. It's as soon as I picked a lot of quartz watches today. This is a Polish micro brand, inspired by the can't quite get it. Got a lot of light shining on it. Inspired by Chernobyl. They've taken designs of the readouts in Chernobyl and made them into a watch.
Interesting.
So
Wow.
Interesting inspiration for a watch.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Awesome. Okay, and I am wearing the new Citizen Atomic Moon Phase watch.
Cool.
So yeah, pick that up with its more on the bracelet in the review, but the watch itself is really cool. So you can't there mustn't be you can't see the moon because there must be no moon tonight, or it's
Okay.
But yeah, there you go.
I like the fact you can get a moon
that's a
face
bit
on a
extra.
quartz watch.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. It's all titanium as well. It's crazy light. It hardly feels like anything on your wrist. It feels almost if it's like a carbon fiber or something. Really light, really cool.
Is that a keeper? Is that a keeper, Sam? That.
I mean,
Nothing's a keeper in your. No, you'll kick
three
anything
watches.
to the curb.
There's 3 keepers in my collection, and they're the watches I inherited. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. We'll see how we get on. I like
kick
that.
it. Yeah.
It's
You'll kick anything to the curb.
It's Mr. Right now, not Mr. Right.
Yeah.
Or Mrs. Right. Also, okay, well, hello to everyone. Hey, Bill. Hi to Aaron. Thank you for joining us. Brassic Time. Always enjoy having you in the chat. Thanks for joining. Darkstar, howdy from Florida. Also, howdy from Florida. Well, there's been the weather in Orlando's been awesome today. Anyway,
Lucky
yeah,
you.
Junior, hello from Michigan. Kevin, hello. Awesome. Right. Well, guys in the panel, guys on the chat, let us know if you've got any picks for this. We've got some picks. We're going to do gift ideas in the $50 category, $100 category, $500 category, and if you really like somebody, or you've got you have to apologize to somebody, you have to buy a $1,000 watch. That's I was trying to think who I would gift $1,000 watch to. Probably my dad, maybe, but I don't know if anybody else I would go I would spend that much money on, but there's a $50 category as well. Anyway,
Present to myself. Gift it to myself.
that's true. That is a good one, John. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's kick this off. Oh, how did that get there? If anybody's looking for Christmas gift ideas and they want to go on the Casual Watch Reviews Marketplace, it is district.net/Casual Watch Reviews. I've been putting some of the watches that I've reviewed on there, so please check it out if you want to help out the channel. Also, any of the watches that we show tonight that are on Amazon, I've created an Amazon affiliate section of the watch store that I've had on Amazon for quite a few years now. So there'll be affiliate links for any of the ones that we mentioned that we show on Amazon, and I've linked that in the description down below as well. So one of the easiest ways to help out the channel, doesn't cost you any extra. You just buy it off regular Amazon. But a little bit in the pot to help me out on the channel. So very much appreciated. Okay, enough of me shilling myself. First up, $50. Whose is this? This is yours, John.
Yeah, this is right. So I picked this fairly quickly as soon as the captions came up because I was gifted one of these. Because as you know, I like military watches. I have a Luminox Navy SEAL, which is quite good. And then someone just said to me, "Look, I've got a bunch of these watches, which is like a copy of it, like a cheap copy, and I'd like to give you one if you want." Yeah, so I was gifted it. So I think it'd be a great knockabout watch for 50 quid. If you need a watch, but you're really not bothered whether it gets destroyed in the end, and you can just go out and replace it. I think it's a fairly good one. I think you had a kid of about 11 or 12, and you're just trying to get them into watches. You know what they're like. They're not going to really take care of it like they are at 15, 16, and they're going to go dicking about with the mates and everything. So something like that is probably pretty good for them. It gets them into watches. It's a nice looking watch actually for 30 quid, I think. Looks very much like the Luminox Navy SEAL.
Yeah, I mean, it's got 100 meters water resistance, highly legible. It's got the date and the date, which is good, and a 24-hour. Yeah. It says here it's 44. Does it wear that big?
No, I think that might have been a mistake. It doesn't seem to wear. I think they might have made a mistake on that one. I'm sure it's not really. It's probably about 41, 42. I think. I certainly don't think it's 44. Don't recall it being that big at all. I've got plenty 44mm watches and 44mm coming. And it doesn't feel that big. Awesome. The lume's pretty good on them as well. It's got a bit of lume on it.
Cool. Yeah, and that works. I did the conversion. That's bang on. That's nearly just sort of 40, 48 or something dollars. Cool. Yeah. Great pick. I should tell you what. Should we do all the $50 and then we'll move through the categories that way?
Yeah.
And we'll
I think so. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Let's do that. So next up on the $50, we have Thomas. I believe this is yours.
Yeah, Braun two-hand analog quartz watch. This is comes with an additional silicon rubber strap. It's got a quick release, so there's no problem there. It's got a nice lugless design and very minimalist. I like the Braun design aesthetic. No date, I'm afraid, Sam. But it's
alright. It's got that Bauhaus design that I like, though.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. And coming in at about $49, so just under budget. Yeah, and I really like it. It's got that sort of, almost sort of Max Bill look. That sort of Junghans Max Bill style. But like very Bauhaus.
That's because Dieter Rams was a student of Max Bill, and Max Bill takes you. Max Bill takes you to Bauhaus, but by the time Dieter Rams was alive, Max Bill had moved to, I think, Ulm in Germany. The goals of the schools were a bit different, but Dieter Rams was a student of Max Bill, who was one of the. He was I think he was a student at Bauhaus.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, but I don't think you could offend anybody by giving them this. I think it's a nice, classy watch. It could be for either sex or for, a teenager to be after they've had the G-Shock. Move them into more analog, more classy, more sort of upmarket look.
Yeah, I think this is a great pick because we could have just done all Casios for this, couldn't we? And been more than happy with our picks. But I thought the Brauns were all in the $100 upwards, even for the quartz ones. So I hadn't even seen this one before.
Looks
great
bigger than a
38
38 mil, though. He's at 38 mil, it says there. That looks
Yeah.
quite. It looks. I don't know whether it's because the strap is quite wide for 38 mil. Isn't it? The strap isn't what you
Yeah.
you classically get. You'd have an 18 mil wide strap, wouldn't you, on a 38? If you're going to talk something like, for instance, I don't know, for that, that's. But how wide's that strap? That strap's probably.
Yeah,
20
you're
mil,
right,
more
John.
than
I
that.
don't.
It's just-
It can't. Even on these like consumer photos, it's yeah.
It just
It
looks
doesn't
weird.
say,
That's why
but
the watch looks so much bigger because of the width of the strap, and that's a daft saying, but it is. That's
Yeah.
what makes me think it's deceptive.
yeah, it's got everything on it, hasn't it? Really, it's quartz. It's got the quick release on there, grey silicon rubber strap, and an extra black silicon rubber strap. 2-year guarantee. Yeah, I don't think, like you say, Thomas, I don't think you can go wrong with that one.
No,
Mhm.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, good pick. Good pick. Let's go on to our next one, which this one's mine. This is the A171WE-1A. This is a Casio. This reminds me very much of the shape of the one that I've got from my grandfather, and it's not a bad size either. It's not mini, I don't think. I think it is. Yeah, it's 38. It's 37.7 it might be. So around
Nice.
about
Nice,
38.
isn't it?
But
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't buy one. I should just buy one of these. But yeah, I really like them because you see loads of people have the squarer one, don't they? But you
Tissot
never see
recently brought out a round digital one, didn't they?
Oh,
I
they're
think it did-
PRX.
PRX, yeah.
Yeah, this is there's something so nostalgic about having all the writing on there, isn't it? Like alarm chrono
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the
Very
20,
very
20
H's, isn't it? It's H's, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's I mean that's as well. This isn't even off Amazon. This is their where did it go? They are selling it for $35.95. So I think that's an unbelievable value that for I think it's metal, or at least the bracelet's metal. I think the outer case must be metal
The
as
case
well.
is going to be metal, isn't it? They're not going to put a placky case.
Case
on it.
and bezel material, resin chrome plated. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
a resin case with chrome plated, but stainless steel band. But still, I don't think you can go wrong there.
No,
Mhm.
no. It's a bit different than the square one. Everyone's got the square one, haven't they? So yeah.
Yeah. I love the way that Casio, they have to fill these 6 cubes on every watch. And so they're supposed to be all features, but when they run out of features, they put stuff like classical design as a feature. And I noticed on one the other day, they put brand collaboration as a feature. I forget which watch it was on, but I was like, that's not a feature of the watch. Like water resistant, like brand collaboration, the new feature.
I mean, self-adjustable band. I mean, it's not self-adjustable, is it? It's not self-adjustable, is it? That'd be a bit impossible.
Like the Back to the Future. like you put
Yeah.
it on, it's like whoop.
Yeah, I think self-adjust. Well, no.
Self-adjustable.
Unless
yeah.
it's one of those elasticated ones from the 70s.
Yeah.
It's not
What's-
self-adjustable.
What's that icon on the bottom right with the 2 figures? One has a person.
Oh,
eating
just
a
one guy
mouse.
having a coffee on the throne.
cup of coffee while his wife goes out and
You
shops.
can wear it
Okay.
in any situation.
Any situation.
In a
I love
situation.
it.
Maybe she's leaving him, so maybe that's a divorce, and
Well,
unfortunately,
he's got that
she's
problem that
leaving
I've
him.
got when I have a strong cup of coffee. That's
You know what?
usually
You
me.
could get so much mileage about creating your own little pictures there, couldn't you? For any situation, you could. Yeah.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
you can wear it in any situation. Reading the paper on the throne. Awesome. Let's see.
So that's not actually the Japanese kanji for divorce then.
Yeah, I was wondering. It's right.
That's the kanji for divorce, yeah.
Mark, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, and then let's check. We've got one in that's coming under the wire here. We've got one
I
in
sent
real
you mine
time,
under
which is
the
yours, Todd. So let's pull this bad boy up. This is your. Let me get rid of mine. This is your
$50
$50 pick. Boom. This is a Timex.
The Timex Expedition. I actually have one of these on my nightstand with the Indiglow. They act like emergency flashlights. So you get up in the middle of the night and you don't want to step on the dog. You grab this thing and it lights your way.
So the whole
it's a
dial,
great little
the
watch.
whole dial light is luminescent. It like and
The
it's
whole
like an
dial's
luminescent.
Yeah, so you push the crown in, and you get the electroluminescence. It's really
Yeah, I had
it
one
works
of
great.
these a couple of years ago. It broke on me. Just stop.
Yeah,
stop
they
lighting
will.
up.
They're not terribly well made necessarily. I mean, they're disposable, obviously, but the one I've had for probably 6 or 7 years. I put a new battery in it. It seems to still be working. Doesn't
The
keep great
Indigo's
time.
great.
This is-
Indigo
but,
functions great though.
it's great.
It's great function. The Indigo, I think.
And my
Yeah,
dogs
really
appreciate
like-
it too. Is up in the middle of the night, so I don't step on them. So that helps.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a good pick. That was a good pick. Yeah, Sam's right. Yeah, Casio rules under $50 price range. Yeah, let's see if anybody else is coming up. I have a Timex Junior saying Timex Exodus you pay $22 for. Aaron's saying Coles has John's Casio for $23.99 with 40% off at $14. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, great one. And then I think we've got one last pick coming in here, which is yours, Mark.
And surprise, surprise, it's an AE1200.
Yeah.
I saw Aaron's comment come up.
Oh yeah. It wasn't John's. It was this one. Yeah. Sorry, Aaron.
And there's a few of these about on Amazon. You can, depending on what the last few digits after the WH are, you can find them at about $24 on Amazon. Again, it's not black resin, which makes it look a little bit more special. And as people say, Casio rule the under $50 watch club, I think. And it's a watch I'd be happy to own if I didn't already have two G-Shocks on the desk staring at me. So it is hard to find tough solar under 50 for Casio, but a 10-year battery life is not to be sniffed at.
I think this is one of the best Casios going under $50. For the fact you get a world time function is just absolutely great for the money. Cheapest world timer out there.
Yeah, and Dave at Just the Watch, he did a whole video on. There's a company, isn't there, that sells aftermarket parts for these, that sells metal components for this module.
So you buy a $25 watch or a $15 watch and spend $100 on the metal. Okay, that works.
Yeah, because there's a whole cottage industry of people. Oh, here's an example. Here's an example of one on Etsy. So there's a whole cottage industry of people. I don't know if you've ever seen this, Mark, that customize them. They customize the LCD and everything to give them a completely unique look. So this is one. I'm not affiliated with this, but yeah, they go to town with them.
That makes it look much more Japanese, doesn't it?
Yes, sort of. It's sort of like retro futuristic. Yeah,
Japanese retro futurism there, definitely.
Oh, look at that one. That one looks pretty cool, doesn't it? They've like that one looks almost as if it was if Renaissance did a Casio version. Yeah. So yeah, there's a whole cottage industry of customizing them, and then there's a site that does all metal parts just for these, which is really cool. David Just the Watch did an awesome video on it, so shout out to Dave. Cool. Okay, well that just about finishes off our $50 category. So great picks there. So let's go back to, let's start with $100. First up, Thomas, I believe this was yours.
Absolutely love this watch. The Timex Standard. Time only. I think this has got Indigo as well. I'm not too sure. 40 mil. It's got a fabric black strap on it, but I just love the look of it. It looks like a vintage Omega Railmaster.
It does. I'm thinking that very much Amiga kind of indices and stuff going on there, doesn't it? And hands.
Omega, it got Omega written all over it. 1950s Omega. It's got written all over it. The broad arrow hand, the arrow hand, the quarter Arabic numerals. I love it. I nearly bought one myself, but I've got too many watches already. But They're going for £80 in England, and which is about $100, and just under $100. And yeah, I don't think you can go wrong for the money. Absolutely brilliant watches.
Mhm.
Too many
It's a
watches.
shame.
We don't say too many watches. You can never have too many watches in our.
Yeah, true.
Really. No.
It's kind of a
Go on.
shame if they went so heavy on the Fotina that they left the numbers out.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
they're
the
bright
closer
white,
to the
aren't they? They've
numbers.
got heavy
They're
heavy
bright white.
patina on the indices, but they're kind of bright
Well,
white.
wouldn't that be the case? Because they wouldn't their numbers would still be painted, wouldn't they? But they wouldn't the numbers wouldn't age, the paint wouldn't age. It would just be the loom.
Depends on the paint and what you do with
Yeah. Talking about 50 quid watching, or 100 quid watching, guys, you know. They're analysing it far too much. I mean, they're not going to use the top quality loom or paint, really, are they?
Oh, look at that! You've got
That
all
looks
sorts. There
better.
you go.
That I like
Yeah,
better.
yeah,
The green,
yeah.
the green
There
was
you
good.
go.
I like that one. That's nice.
Got a bit of
that
like that
mundane
one.
action going on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
Omega
not just the
meets Mundane,
Chinese who
yeah.
do homages.
And that white colour.
Well, where are Timex made these days, aren't they? Anyway, aren't they,
Are
I
they
don't know where
American?
that is. I don't know where
yeah, they
their
don't make them
offices
in
are
America,
anymore.
though, I don't think.
No.
Cool. Great pick. And then about to get visited by the ghost of Christmas future. If I have anything to do with it, Mark, you picked. oh dear, this hurts my eyes.
What's that? Is that a
This
very
is
cheap
a-
homage to a Yachtmaster?
Alaska
Blue.
Project.
This is an original design inspired by the Alaska Project, but there was no Alaska Project that ever looked anything like this. Certainly not with the red hands and the red bezel. But it's got a reliable Seiko movement. It comes in a funky range of colors. I think it's got a sapphire crystal. So for this price, if you want something that is inspired by a failed Omega, okay, that one inspired by a Moonwatch, but you get the point.
There, look at this cheap naughty one here. Oh, at least it's got the date on it.
Snoopy.
Actually, to be honest, that looks better than the Snoopy because you don't have the stupid Snoopy on the 9 o'clock on the 9 o'clock sundial.
Not only are you picking a picture Pagani, oh dear.
You don't have the waiting list
Dare you.
either.
Well, thing is, they keep trying to sell me one, and I keep turning it down because I don't like it.
Wow.
Oh dear.
So, reliable Seiko movement, comes in a range of colors. At the price, yeah, I kind of get what Sam is saying, but then I also kind of don't.
Yeah, but the name of it, Pagani Design, for
which is not a name they can use. They can use in Europe because Pagani, the car company, sued their asses off.
Oh, did they do? I was always wondering whether anyone whether they actually.
That's why
did
they're
that.
PGN or PGR in Europe because the car company Pagani. Not that this actually looks like a £250,000 sports car. They're not
you
the same.
But have one of these on your wrist, would you? No.
But I would quite happily wear one of these, and I'd go into a Seiko boutique and say, an Omega boutique and say, why don't you make this? Because this is the Moonwatch I would like.
Yeah, and this is how you can, anyone watching this can easily tell that I have had zero influence in anything anybody else has picked because I can't do Pagani. I just can't do it.
I can't do this. These are dangerous. Didn't you learn something from wearing the 30-day watch challenge we had? Wasn't that a Pagani?
The 30-day, yeah. Shout out to Lee.
Yeah, about killed him, man. It tried to extract revenge.
True. Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is why you're going to get visited by the ghost of Christmas future. Anyway,
only for having great taste.
Which he was famously visiting Scrooge for to compliment him on his excellent taste. And his thriftiness. Well, that'd be called what's it? Retiring early, financial freedom.
It's
Fire.
it's the kind of watch you'd wear whilst you were saving up for a Speedmaster Canopus.
That's what everyone is. Oh, I'm downloading that album on Napster because I might buy it if I like it. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
okay. So next up, I'm gonna go next, and this I think is this G-Shock. It for $100 is absolute bargain. It's got literally everything that you want on it. It's got the old atomic timekeeping. It's got the tough solar on there. It's got the backlight. It's that great 6900 size. Although the GW 6900 is slightly bigger, but not that you would visually notice it. This is a great watch. Great watch. Go anywhere, do anything with it. Looks cool. $89, absolute bargain. And yeah, it's more fully featured than almost every single collaboration watch, 6900 collaboration watch that's come out this year. This is the ultimate version of this watch because they don't do one of these, as far as I know, that's Bluetooth capable. So this is the fullest spec version of this module. I believe
Stainless steel, that one, isn't it? That's stainless steel, isn't it?
No, this one isn't. This one is fully resin.
Oh, it says stainless steel case there with mineral glass going down.
Yeah, I think it just means the case back is stainless. The back is.
Oh, yeah.
Is
Right. It's just a stainless steel case. I see. So it's resin, is it? Definitely, right.
Yeah, it's definitely resin. Because the thing is, they don't. The only one that I've seen of these that you can get them with like a gold. Not this version, but the Wu-Tang Clan one that I did. Most of the collab ones that they do don't have tough solar because you can actually see the solar panel on there, which I think is really cool. But most of the collab ones, they have a different bezel insert there. So
I think I've got a 6900. I don't know. I've got about 6 or 7 G-Shocks now. I think I've got a 6900. I can never remember because you've got to squint at the back to find to read what number it is.
Yeah, this is actually all the G-Shock you would ever need. If you would have wanted to, the best for budget, this is the one. It's awesome. I've had this one.
Yeah, definitely.
So there you go. Okay, next up is and last in this category, unless Todd, you came up with one quick.
I think there was. Didn't I send you one that was the Orient? It's a little bit more than 100. Is that cheating?
Yeah. You got a technical violation on that one. You got a
okay.
I put that in the 500 one.
Put the King Seiko in the $500 one.
Okay.
He's spoiling the surprise.
Yeah,
spoiling
Thomas,
it.
Was it this one? Is this yours pick?
No, mine.
Oh,
mine.
Sorry, John.
Yeah, brilliant. It just reminded me of 70s. I mean, I said I was a kid. I used to go with my dad to like look at watches through shop windows and stuff. Like it was the Seiko age, and I remember seeing stuff like this. I'm sure that even Seiko made something like this in the 70s. It just screams 70s.
Did.
You did,
yeah,
didn't
they definitely
they?
did. Yeah,
and it's
they
got the
definitely
elasticated bracelet. I think it's clad. I'd have one of these. I think it's absolutely class. Definitely, I really do like it.
Oh yeah, it's got like that speed. Somebody else mentioned the spiral bracelet, didn't they? So that's like
I don't know how new this is. Well, I might just wait.
Brand new. I think this was this year. I think they released this year. I don't know why they put it because they make this one which they class as a woman's watch, but there is a version of this that's 38 mil. You know, so
the gold is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the gold will rub off, but it's very cool.
So they make a 38 mil, you say? A 38 mil?
Yeah, so it's a little bit chunkier. It's this one here. 109. But you get 20% off, so you're still technically in.
Yeah, but
then they do a gold.
I don't know what it is about it. I don't think it just looks as good, and whether it's not got all the writing.
Slightly different case shape, isn't it?
Yeah, I like the case shape. Would you believe, of the smaller one? I do like the case shape of it. I think it looks absolute classic.
Yeah. Yeah, SJ
So-
saying I'm impressed with Timex lately. I am as well. They've had a roaring couple of years, haven't they?
Might
Yeah.
end up buying one of those Seiko, one of those.
Yeah,
Timex,
well, I
actually.
actually nearly pressed the buy button on this because with 20% off, it worked out as like 89 or something, which I think is a bargain. But this hasn't got this one hasn't got your this one hasn't got
stretchy
your
bracelet.
yeah, hasn't got your stretchy bracelet. Yeah.
No, I think that was a kind of appeal on it as well, because that really harked back to the 70s with the stretchy bracelet. Because I remember, I remember my dad had a watch with a stretchy bracelet on.
Yeah,
because he passed away when I was 18, so I remember his first watch was it had a stretchy bracelet on it. I seem to remember that, so perhaps that's one thing I kind of remember. Sort of like
they loads of them didn't they? Because my Timex that I inherited from my grandfather, that had a Spiral one.
Yeah, so
one.
60s, so 60s and 70s, absolutely.
Yeah. And a lot of people put Speidel bracelets on watches that didn't come with them too.
Yeah, because I remember like in before
they were very popular.
Yeah, because you could buy them in Timpsons, I think. Couldn't you, Mark? You remember when you used to go Timpsons?
I mean, you can still buy them now, but a lot of people. My father had, I don't know whether he had his Omega or he had a Seiko on a Speidel bracelet that it definitely did not come with.
Yeah. Oh,
they're hard to adjust, though.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Yeah, because you could adjust them, Todd? I thought they couldn't. They were just
weird
one and done.
How you have to do it. Yeah, there's some weird way you can take links out if it's just too big, if it's not stretchy, or if it doesn't get small enough. There's a way to do it. It's not, I understand, very easy to do at all.
Yeah, because they were different. They were multiple lug widths, weren't they? I think they had like a little sticky in bits, didn't they? So
yeah, they had like a little spring bar that would like go to the right lug width for whatever, and highly fashionable. Yeah, but yeah,
all the
it says on my listing that you can actually take links out of it on that one to make it small. Just say you can do that on that bracelet on my choice, which
on
is
the other
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That was a great pick. Great pick to finish us off in our $100 category. Okay, now we're playing with big money here. We are on the $500. So Todd, you're up here with your. I had to put your Orient in here because it was slightly.
That's fine.
We could also do your King Seiko as well. You get 2 picks in this one.
Yeah, the Mako 2. I think the Komatsu may be a little bit more, but I mean, if you look at I think dollar to value for in-house movement. Completely integrated company because they're owned by Seiko. It's the watch is really good quality. The band is not awful, although I think these look probably better on some sort of dive strap. But I mean, it's a killer deal in terms of what you get for the money. And it's a 200-meter diver.
There's your update, the new version as well. Is it at 269?
Yeah, they come in as many colorways as like a Glycine Airman would or Combat Sub, but which is also a one that maybe an honorable mention here too. But yeah, I mean, look at that red dial.
Oh yeah,
69.
Oh yeah,
fantastic selection. And the ones I've had, I have 2. I have the red one and I have a blue one, and they work fantastic.
Yeah, I've had one of these Makos, although I say Mako and people keep correcting me on my review of it. But yeah, they're really good, really good value. They are a really good value watch. The Mako ones, really cool, great pick. And then we need to do your mention. So it was a King Seiko you mentioned.
Yeah, I think the King Seikos on Joma Shop are under 500. They're showing
500.
They're under 500 on Joma Shop, I believe.
Let's have a look.
So
the question is, Todd, is Joma Shop legit though?
Joma Shop is legit.
I've heard a lot about this recently from people living in America saying, "Is Joma Shop legit?" Is that just because they say they've got the stock, but they don't have the stock.
Well, I think it's a joke. No, it's not. They're actually they're great to buy from. I think it's a joke from back when the Urban Gentry started. The Urban Gentry Facebook
TGV.
group started. TGV, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally once a week, somebody would post, "Is Joma Shop legit?" as a subject, and it ended up, I don't know if they had to change the rules or something, but it was that every time, at least once a week, somebody would
Okay.
post that, and then I think they had to change the rules and just say, "Yes,
Okay.
it is legit," and then somebody would always post a watch saying, "Is it fake?" And so I think he put a stop to that as well. I can't find any King Seiko on here, Todd.
Yeah, that's weird. Why? How can you not find it on Joma Shop? That's weird. I looked it up.
Well, I mean,
earlier,
these
I
are all.
found
I
it,
mean,
but-
every single one of these is almost a great pick for your for under
Yeah.
500 as well. That's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'll defer.
yeah, no, good pick. Awesome. Okay, let's remove it. Let's see who we've got up next. Oh, this is yours, Thomas.
Yeah, I said on a previous show that I wouldn't buy a modern Seiko for myself, but I would buy one for someone else. And the Seiko 5 Sports GMT in Mick and Orange. I absolutely love this, to be honest with you. It's an SKX reinterpretation, and it's a GMT. It's cracking. They brought this out, I think, last year or the year before. It's this Mick and Orange dial is beautiful. I've got a couple of friends who've got them, and they absolutely love them. The bezel is a nice matte black. I know my friends are changing the straps on them, putting them on NATO straps and other straps, and they're really nice, beautiful summer watches. But the color can work any time of year. I mean, it's just a great colorful watch. I mean, great to buy one of your children or for your wife to buy you, or
yeah, it's a good pick, isn't it? As well, it's got that mechanical. You can see through back case as well, so you can see the movement is always good to buy for a present.
It's 42.5 mil. It's using the 4R34 with automatic movement with manual wind, and it's a great looking watch. I think it's really, really nice.
I mean, this is an update of the SKX version.
It's an SKX interpretation. Yeah.
I had the previous version, the SKX version, that had mine was on that terrible strap that they use. But
Jubilee type.
Yeah, no, the rubber strap with the kinks in it at the end.
The dive.
Oh,
strap.
yes.
Yep.
The ones that's designed to go over a wetsuit. Yeah.
Yeah, and it had a slightly busier bezel, but it was, and it was more obviously gold paint on the bezel, and there was more of it. It was a nice watch, but
I had that watch. I have it on.
If you wanted to know what time it was, you were frankly guessing. It was terrible. It was like one of the worst timekeepers I've ever had. That's why I think I donated it to to charity, because the timekeeping just drove me nuts. It's why I now
whatever was in it.
One of the two watches that put me off Seiko forever.
Yeah, it's actually Chris J's brought up a great point as well, Thomas. There is a similar one that is a GMT that would still fall into the $500 bracket.
One I was actually referring to.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just picked the wrong one then, so that's my fault.
Yeah. I think you picked the wrong one.
I was referring
to this GMT.
Yeah, that's my fault then.
So
cool. Yeah, good pick.
Good
pick. Okay, let's get up. So next, So next up we're still in the 500. I think this was Thomas. You had two picks here. You chose the Laureate Neptune as well.
another one was the Laurier Neptune, which I think is a great watch as well. I mean, it's a 50s sort of styling with the flat link bracelet and the French brand Laurier. It's using a Miyota movement.
Laurier's not.
I-
You think you're getting them confused with? Are you getting them confused with what's her name? Laurier's.
Maybe, yeah.
They're American, aren't they?
I get it mixed up. Yeah, probably mixing up with Yema or something.
Yema, yeah.
Yeah. But I like, again, I like the broad hour hand, and it's a fairly plain design, fairly black dial, black bezel. But I just love the bracelet on this one, the flat link bracelet. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think I backed him on Kickstarter, or I was one of the very early proponents of Laurier, and I love they're gonna kill me the next time I see him at a watch event. But the two owners, I think they're husband and wife, maybe they really passionate. My only thing, the reason that I don't own a Laurier at the moment is they have this almost not obsession. They have an insistence on using acrylic for the crystal, and I just can't. I'm progressed too long in my watch collecting career now to actually seek out a new watch that has acrylic on it. I had the Seiko, the Speedmaster for years that had the acrylic, and I got used to it, but I don't want it on a new watch. Anyway.
Understand. Yeah.
Cool. Good pick. Good pick. Let's have a look at the next one. This is yours, Mark. I was thinking who's because I picked some citizens. I was thinking who's this, but yeah, this is yours, Mark.
Yeah, we've been sadly relatively citizen free. Now, this I warn you is not a watch for the slim wristed. This is 44 millimeters of citizen magnificence. As many functions as you can possibly name. It's a little bit busy. I used to have one similar to this, and they are great. Like I said, if you're the fashionable 34 millimeter crowd, this is probably giving you a headache, but go for it.
Yeah,
go big.
I like
go big and be proud, and they're available at a good price too.
Yeah, I just don't have the eyesight for this anymore.
I probably don't anymore. That's why I don't have one anymore.
Yeah, no, I like these. I've had a couple of Citizen have sent me a few of the crazy ones last year, and I was very lucky to have them. So this is.
I mean, they are great watches.
Yeah, it's a great pick.
Nice.
I went with this, which is on sale now, which I think is an absolute bargain. The Veya DS5, so 279. It's using the it's using the NH35A, one of their newer watches, but they're currently on sale now for 279. I think it's great. Got a real nice design dial going on there. It's got the date with a red back date wheel, which you don't see very often. 42 mil. I think they've done they always do an excellent job of their watches, but I think they've done a great job of this. Actually, it might be on sale because it's on pre-order, actually, looks like. So, yeah.
That's a cool looking watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I like the colorways. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Ryan and Reagan, the two founders. Real cool guys.
And it's a proper size too.
Yeah. And it's they actually, if you notice, there was two sizes as well. They've got the 38 mil medium. They've done like hat sizing, medium, small to medium, and medium to large.
So they have one that's too small and one that's a proper size.
Yes, like Alison.
Well, Mark, you're pushing this thing with the whole Seiko thing, and now, okay.
Are they Canadian? Are they Canadian, Sam?
No, they're not. They're actually they're both from Venice Beach in California. Although the watches are made in Illinois somewhere, and I wonder if it's a similar factory to where Jack Mason make their watches. I don't know that for sure. This is pure speculation, but okay. And then final pick here, John. This is your pick. This is the Swordfish, the Zelos.
Yeah, Zelos Swordfish. Yeah, great watch. NH35 movement, titanium.
Okay.
You know,
That's
great
not bad,
dive
is it,
watch for the price.
Yeah, titanium's not bad for 429. That's kind of in the Boulder and Rays do the titanium, don't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, real substantial piece. Yeah, there you go, Mark. Look,
Yeah.
40. Oh, no, it's 40 millimeters. So that's, is that
BGW
still-
That's
9
acceptable.
Loom. Yeah.
Mm.
It's probably a great
Awesome.
watch
Yeah.
for the money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
cool.
a lot of coming on in leaps and bounds, haven't they? I mean, they've got a huge fan base now, and the waiting time on there, when as soon as they launch a new watch, they're sold out within minutes, aren't they?
Yes, they
Yeah.
are. They are. Exactly. Yes.
Awesome. Okay,
Mhm.
let's go straight in now with our $1,000 category, and first up, Thomas, the stop to
Yeah,
go.
I'm sticking with quartz again. I could have gone for an automatic movement, but I love this stop to go. It's a minimalist yet funky funk with a funky function, and it's 30 meters water resistant. It's 41 mil, but it's got Swiss quartz, and it's the official Swiss Railways clock that uses this movement. Which, when the seconds hand reaches 58, it stops for 2 seconds. The minute hand jumps forward a minute, and then the second hand jumps to 60. And it's such a fun. I really love it. It's a really novel sort of function. I know a couple of people who've got them, and they absolutely love them. And I think it'd be a really nice novel sort of gift to give to someone. You know, again, male or female, and it's just such a funky little thing to be able to watch every minute, you know, with that little sort of stopping and jumping. I mean, Zevdev Rijepi brought out was nominated for GPHG for his watch, but that was about $60,000. I mean, and which had a similar function, stop to go function, but this is the original, and I love it. Yeah, it's a beautiful white dial.
Yeah, because
Great
they
case.
lost this functionality for a while, didn't they? Because they had the stop to go basically mimics the Swiss railway clocks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because they all sync together, don't they?
Yeah.
All the railway clocks are linked together, so they all sync together. So they do pause to make sure that they're all on time. I think is why it does that 2 seconds. And so they mimic the function in quartz, but I think they had a little bit of I'm guessing they had a little bit of trouble with it, but it seems because they stopped doing them for a while, didn't they? Probably a couple of years, did they? They've not done one, so it's good to see that they brought that functionality back. They must have really perfected it now.
Yeah, I mean, they're not just Swiss railway clocks. I mean, we have them in England in some of the stations in England.
Oh, the stop to go in the UK is there? Stop to go.
Yeah. There, and I'm sure they have them in France and other countries in Europe, and it's turned out to be the station clock to go to, you know. But
yeah, those clocks aren't made by Mondane either, are they? They're made by a different company. It's just Mondane's got the license.
Yeah.
Based on
But
the design.
they've also, as you see in the picture on the left, they've also got a luminescence under the hands.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's dark. So they loom under the hand. The loom is under the hands, so it sort of shines.
Oh, that's interesting. Is it says features a patented backlight technology that lets the undersides of the hands glow and allows the time to be read in the darkness. So is it like an electroluminescence or something, or is it just loom painted on the back?
I think it's just loom. I don't think it's a Indiglo type function. I think it's just loom.
Oh, that's really interesting. Wow.
And no crown, as Sam D pointed out.
Yeah,
no crown movement. It's going to be a ronda. It's going to be a ronda. Is there a ronda movement in it?
Do you know what? It doesn't say. I mean, they must have it. It must be a highly customized one because I don't know another watch that has the stop to go functionality. So, yeah, very interesting. So I wonder with its crownless whether it's got some kind of tool that fits in the, because it looks like that's the crown. I wonder if there's some kind of like friction tool that you get. Oh, maybe that's it. That must be. Maybe that's it. That stick there is like
is that a stylus of some sort?
Yeah, that kind of sticks in the little recess there on the side. Let's make sure
If
I
that's,
worded that.
having an Omega with that sort of button in it, that's just so painful. You never ever want to watch that has a little push button like that. It'll just drive you crazy.
On your, is that to
advance the date on the Seamaster chronograph? It's incredibly painful. Just don't even think about it, because you will suffer trauma from using it.
I'd imagine if you push the button in, the hands just sort of move around slowly to adjust the time.
Oh yeah, that might be it. And then you just let go when it gets to the right.
So when it gets to the right time, I'd imagine that's what it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, interesting.
Interesting.
Awesome. Yeah, because I've done a couple for Monday. Maybe I'll reach out to them and ask them, because they've asked me again, but I did the mechanical, which actually, to be honest, I would advise people to buy the quartz and not the mechanical mundane. But I mentioned I covered it in the review and also covered the reason why it does the stop to go in the clock. It was that long ago. I'm struggling to remember. Yeah. Okay, next up we have John, your pick, I believe.
Yes. Well, you knew where it was going. I must have had a Christopher Ward in the thing. I think what you want, it's a dress watch. It's, it's like a Aquaterra-ish if you can't afford Aquaterra. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a great one. I mean, as you put it you can put this on a leather strap. You can put it on a NATO. You can keep it on the bracelet. It's just an all-round great watch, which would look suitable in a suit and would look great in casuals as well. It's probably almost a one and done watch if you weren't obsessive about watches like we are and have an absolute load of them, and you wanted a one and done for that kind of money. This could be it. Easily could be it.
Yeah, this is a great gift, isn't it? It's a great gift for in keeping with this. If you're going to splash out on somebody, the Christopher Ward, especially if they're English as well, then you've got that little.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a great pick, John. Great pick.
100%. Yeah.
Todd, if you've got one, you can message me in the private chat.
I sent you $1,000 one. It's not the Island watches. I think they deserve honorable mention for inexpensive watches, but I sent you a Hamilton link.
Okay, let's pull that one up now. Let's have a look here. We have got
one of my favorites.
For Todd, you're for $1,000. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. The Murph, the smaller size Murph.
The smaller Murph. So I'm
the Smurf.
If you want the bigger one, Mark, the Smurf. This is the Smurf. You could get the 42, original 42, and get a bigger one.
I'm glad it doesn't come with the blue dial.
Yeah. Well, the lug to lug on these is always long. Hamilton has long lug to lug, and that's so. This 38 probably wears more like a 40, which would be good for me. I like a 40. 40 is kind of a sweet spot for me. But here you are, interstellar history right here. Matthew McConaughey. You can't argue with, that.
Yeah, I've seen that. This is a good set. I've seen that larger Murph, and it is massive. I don't know how that even got through the design. I know they were trying to mimic the one in the film, but whoever kind of let that pass through as the design is because not that 42 is big for a watch, but for that design, it looked totally out of proportion. I think
it looks outrageous. You're right. Like Seiko can do a lugless diver that's 42, 43, and it fits me fine. But the Murph was ginormous on my wrist, so this is a good one.
You should be very careful of Nomos watches. Then they can make 38 or 36 mil watches with like 2 mile lugs. They are ridiculous. So, yeah. European lug mounting all went to Nomos.
Cool. Let's have a quick look here. Mark, yours, Mido.
Yep, this is on sale at Joma's shop right now. When I bought mine in the States, I think they should be about $1,500. I got a 20% discount. Mine's the Pepsi, which I think is the most popular one. But the Ocean Star GMT. Again, if you've got the wrist for it, this is another 44 mil. It's a great looking watch. It's got a traveler GMT function, and it's waterproof. It's a modern design. I know someone's going to complain about a GMT having a dive bezel on it, but get a life. So
that was me just about to go.
I just preempted the whiners. Wonderful GMT watch, very comfortable. It's got micro adjust clasp. It's legible. It's not that heavy, and I think it looks great. So, and at $890, oh my god, just buy one.
Yeah, and in my defense, it was that Seiko that you could, at least this one, you can read the 24-hour thing. The Seiko you couldn't, so that was my
well, that's partly because it's 44 mil. There's a lot of space to actually put things in.
Yeah, and yours is yours isn't this one, is it? Yours has got
mine is the blue dial with the red arc from 3 o'clock till 9.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's still an Ocean Star GMT, but I have the Pepsi, which Joma Shop never have. They've never had a Pepsi version of it.
Even that one's a nice one, isn't it? The brass.
I love the Mido Ocean Star, Mark. I think it's a great watch. I think it's a really nice watch.
I don't think Mido get a lot of attention in the standard watch media or the community, but for the money that you pay, I think they're very good value. And, unfortunately, in the US, they don't have a lot of boutiques or ADs where you can actually see them.
No, I see them in the Caribbean.
Brand?
Yeah, they're a Swatch Group brand.
Swatch.
Yeah,
they don't fit really well with a lot of the tiers in the Swatch Group. I think that's one reason they have trouble placing. Swatch, I don't think, knows what to do quite with Mido and Certina, right? And there's a few, there's a couple that are weird.
Certina are huge in the Middle East.
They are, but in the US, I can't tell you.
In the US, I don't think they need them in the US.
Yeah, they probably don't need them.
Because you've got Hamilton that's popular in the US. So
right, Hamilton is American spirit with Swiss innovation. That's what they do in the US. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the one I love on the mesh bracelet. The one you just showed, Sam, on the mesh bracelet.
Oh yeah, that blue. Yeah, it's stunning. Isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great pick, Mark. That was a really good pick. And then we've got last. Oh, it's me. It's me last. Okay, so
saving the best for last, Sam.
Yeah, so I picked this. So the Peter sent me this one at Jack Mason. This espresso Strato timer. I've actually got it at the back there. I'll be doing a
really
review.
Nice. That is nice.
Yeah, it's a really nice. It's just a really cool GMT. They've done something with the case that just makes it really wearable, and I think this is a great pick. It's like right on you have to get it on the Tropic to get it right on the nose of 1000, so it's a little bit really
nice.
Over.
The color, I like the colors on it. I love that brown. I love that coffee color on the. It's a bezel color that lots of people don't do. It's really nice. Everyone just goes for the boring Pepsi colors or the black or the blue, but that's a beautiful color, that, isn't it? And the cake with the cage shades, I really do like that.
Yeah, and what I think is funny about this, what's kind of cheeky about this this model range, this one's over the 1000, but this Dr. Pepper one that they did, where they actually, Peter actually, this is a actual collaboration with Dr. Pepper. Peter went there, he did a full presentation to them. He talked about it on the show. I might cut it out as a clip because I didn't actually end up posting it online, but I might post it as a separate clip. He actually did a full presentation to Dr. Pepper about how all of these different watches that are sort of associated with soda, but nobody's actually collaborated with a company, so that's how they ended up with the Dr. Pepper. So it's not that they call it the Dr. Pepper, it's that it's an actual collaboration with Dr. Pepper, which I think is really is quite nice.
Yeah, I just wouldn't read the last two comments, Sam.
Oh yeah, he worked. I think I work for Jack Mason, and also, oh my god, how much is Jack? Do you know what, Jack? They sent me the Strato timer for free, to be honest. But it was one of the ones that I actually asked them to send me this one because it was one of the ones that I was most impressed with at the.
I mean,
the wind up.
they're good-looking watches anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Somebody's saying I'm a super. Yeah, Aaron, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so
Also,
people knock
Christopher
me
Ward.
for Christopher Ward. That's had people knock me for a Christopher Ward fetish or whatever. Crikey, you know.
Yeah.
Don't forget, everyone, you can get a beautiful Jack Mason, the white dial, in Sam's shop.
Oh, that wasn't planned.
There you go.
I think the gin's
Hey,
kicking in.
Yeah, exactly. At least I'm not begging for super chats. Although, if you do want a super chat, cool. Okay, so do you know what? How many minutes we got? Let's do a couple. I did a couple of what I've called cheeky extras. So should we have a look? We'll just quickly blast through these in the last minute that we've got. And there is of course, there's a Christopher Ward on there. This one's coming in at just under. It's just slightly over 1,000 on the strap.
I thought that wasn't. I thought that violated it, Sam.
It does,
This is a cheeky extra.
be-
This is a cheeky extra, Todd.
and it is Sam's live stream.
Yeah.
It is. All right.
And
I am the law.
And sometimes Christopher Ward will do what they call seconds. They're brand new, but they've got a defect. So I'd imagine you could probably get one of these with down
What
to
they-
1,000. There might be a slight defect on it, and it'd still be
What
brand
they-
new and still get the warranty. So
What they actually
it'll
are is nearly new because of the
Yes.
60/60 return policy. They get a lot of watches back. For you to get a full refund, the watch has got to be in saleable condition.
So you'll
and
probably
if it's,
get one
if
of these
it's
for a grand,
yeah.
I would think. Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
but
That's
the nearly new sale will be sometime in January. And if you want to participate, join the forum because the Christopher Ward forum gets 48 hours advance notice, and it is a feeding frenzy. You've got
It
to
is.
be in the first 3 or 4 hours to get a good choice because it becomes a
And if
feeding
you sign up
frenzy.
to their email as well, don't you, Mark? You get a little bit of cheeky extra time. But I've had watches where I've added them to my cart, and by the time it's gone to process, there's some great great deals.
I got lucky this January as I bought 2, but I didn't go for the some of the more popular ones. But
That dial's
Yeah.
gorgeous. That color though, he's absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this is one I reviewed. Full review on the channel. Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is
no,
the color combination there with that that rubber strap. Forget having a
Mhm.
bracelet. That is beautiful as it is.
Yeah. Next cheeky mention. I think this was yours, John. Was this your cheeky?
no, that was
mention?
mine.
Oh yeah. Mark.
I
Now-
didn't get asked what a cheeky mention. I haven't got one. I was never asked.
Well, I put 2 or 3.
Yeah, you got one, but I was never asked.
I
Oh,
put 2 or
John.
3 as options and let Sam pick. This comes in
That's
at
beautiful.
995, and I'm assuming this is. I don't know whether you'd have to pay shipping and duty. I'm assuming this is the all-in price. And the Nordic blue, this dark blue, is, in my opinion, the best looking of the 12s.
With that
Yeah,
strap as well, that's beautiful. Just with that integrated, integrated strap. Yeah, that is cracking, isn't it?
Yeah, they do a fantastic job. And then I think actually the next cheeky mention's yours as well, Mark. This is your Younguns.
Yep.
Young-
Just to show that young'uns don't always have to do max bill; they can do original.
Yeah.
This is solar, and it's Anadigi. I think this is one of the ones that you can buy in MoMA. I think this is one of the MoMA collection, and I've looked at it. I mean, this is on sale right now for $530. Ooh, it's tempting.
Yeah.
And there's 2 or 3 variations, but young'uns don't just do max bill. Their design range is much broader. And again, it's another brand that doesn't get enough love, I think.
Yeah. Any other cheeky mentions before we wrap up?
I put
I was
one.
going to say
I put one cheeky mention in the chat.
Oh, let's have a look.
I was going to say the max bill myself, but we'll get away from the max bill and concentrate on this one.
Let's have a look here. So this is your which
Long
which one are you
Island
going
Watch
for?
in general.
Okay.
Mark's company. I think he does a really good job for
He
very
does.
inexpensive watches. And the Islanders, I think, are great. You know, I think it's probably doing Seiko better than Seiko at these levels. Is really
Yes.
how I look at what Mark does, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and it's an
Yeah.
evolution, isn't it? Because for a while he did where you could actually buy a Seiko off him, and then he would customize it for you, didn't he? And then I think he
Mhm.
realized that probably the hassle of it is, and the effort going to, he could probably just create a fantastic one go out straight out of the gates.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he does great dials. He's really kind of brought his game up more and more as he's played around with it and kind of gotten more experience putting it together.
Absolutely
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I got to meet Mark for the first time. I've done collabs with him before, but I got to meet him in person for the first time in New York this year. So yeah, just as
Cool.
nice a guy in person. Awesome. Well, there we go. Great, everyone. Thank you so much for the. Oh yeah, Sam D came in with a cheeky mention at the end. The Fairer Mansfield 995. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for hopping in. And if you buy a Jack Mason, don't forget to tell them that I sent you. and there's a link in the Amazon. There's a link to all of the Amazon affiliate links to all of the Amazon watches that we mentioned in the description of this video. I've got an Amazon store, but I made a special section for these mentions. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for joining, and thanks everyone for being so active in the comments. And we'll see you.
Yeah, great comments tonight, guys.
Yeah,
thumbs
really
up.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Take care, everyone.
Good night.